Trying to track every $5 coffee? That's keeping you broke. The truth is, you could spend an entire weekend cutting out small luxuries and still barely feel a difference. But here's what will. Spending just 1 hour a month making 4 high-impact moves that can make you $50,000 richer over the next decade. I'm Jim, and today on Jim Invests, I'll show you how to escape endless penny-pinching traps and finally use proven, data-backed strategies to actually build wealth without losing your sanity. Don't forget, this video is for educational purposes only. Let's dive into the 4 actions that could truly transform your finances. Now, I've got to ask right up front. How much mental energy do you spend worrying about money every single month? If you're always stressing, scanning receipts, or double-checking if you can splurge on lunch, you are not alone. Drop a comment below with "same" if this is you. I want to see how many folks in our community are in the same boat. Here's the problem most overlooked. You're wasting your precious time and brainpower pushing a pebble up the mountain instead of focusing on the boulders that actually change your net worth. According to a 2023 bank rate survey, 65% of Americans who diligently track every purchase saw no meaningful net worth growth last year. Think about that. That's countless hours lost sweating $7 lunches while big financial leaks go unchecked. Let's bust this myth once and for all. Saving $10 here and $5 there is linear progress, and it rarely moves the needle. Exponential results come from optimizing the system itself, not just your habits. You don't need to be a spreadsheet wizard, and you don't need to spend Saturday night buried in receipts. You need a focused, high-leverage playbook. So here's what we're doing on Jim Invests, the 60-minute financial audit. 1 hour a month is all it takes to set up the systems that build real wealth. We're talking about a single recurring block that replaces all the stress-driven, micro-budgeting routines. This is strategy, not scrubbing. And I want you to have a tool for it. So if you want my free 60-minute net worth audit worksheet, just click the link below to download and follow along as we go. Ready? Let's walk through this framework in 4 targeted chunks. Pay close attention to the numbers and stick with me because each one is designed to free up thousands over time. Step 1. The high-anxiety cash flow check, 15 minutes. Here's something most budgeting apps don't tell you. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, staring at your bank account can feel like opening a door to a monster under your bed. Instead, let's shift the focus from guilt about the past to control over your next move. This is about FAST diagnosis, not endless self-judgment. First, the 3-number scan, 5 minutes. Forget tracking every Venmo or coffee run. You're pulling just 3 numbers. Net income, the amount actually hitting your account each month. Fixed costs, the unavoidables like rent, utilities, insurance. And variable costs, everything discretionary or flexible. Dining out, shopping, subscriptions. Get these totals for the last 30 days. For context, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, the average U.S. household puts about 65% of their income to fixed costs. That leaves a razor-thin margin for everything else. Knowing your real numbers is your first weapon. Second, the 3-month warning, 5 minutes. This one's simple, but tough. Ask yourself, have I lived beyond my means for 3 straight months? If your variable spending keeps forcing you to dip into savings or use credit, you've got a systemic issue, not a coffee problem. A 2024 NerdWallet study found that 56% of Americans overspent at least 3 months last year. So if this sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. Third, the red flag isolation 5 minutes. Ignore every tiny expense. Zero in on your top 1 or 2 flexible spending categories: dining out, travel, or whatever's biggest. If those 2 add up to more than 50% of your total variable spending, that's your target. McKinsey's 2022 research proves it. When households focused on their top 2 variable costs, they slashed overspending by 21% within a year. Hit the pause and check your past 3 months categories. Which 2 are your biggest? After this 15-minute blitz, drop which category shocked you most in the comments below. Just by focusing on the system, not the symptom, you're already taking back more control than most people ever will. Step 2. Killing the DTI death trap. 20 minutes. This is where anxiety meets math. The number one thing destroying compound interest for Americans today? High interest debt. Let's look at Marcus, a real member of our community on Jim Invests. Marcus, at 31, had 2 jobs, but never had more than $800 in his checking account. After 3 monthly audits using this system, he finally realized the enemy: $13,200 in credit card balances at nearly 21%. By focusing on the avalanche method and setting up recurring automatic payments, Marcus paid off every high-interest cent in 11 months. More importantly, his stress melted just as fast as his balance shrank. Who here relates to that kind of relief? Here's the lesson. Your best investment is not a hot tech stock. It's eliminating high-interest debt. If you're paying 20% on a $10,000 credit card, that's $2,000 lost every year. Absolutely guaranteed and totally avoidable. According to the Federal Reserve's 2023 survey, the average U.S. household carries $7,951 in credit card debt, with rates topping 20%. That cost compounds against you at lightning speed. How do we attack it? Start by calculating your debt-to-income ratio, DTI. 1. Add up all your monthly debt payments, credit cards, loans, car payments. 2. Divide this total by your gross monthly income. If your DTI exceeds 36%, your debt is choking off your future wealth. Think of high-interest debt as the opposite of a snowball. It melts your gains rather than building them. The 20-minute strategy. 1. List every debt and its APR. 2. Prioritize payoff by interest rate. The avalanche method. 3. In this window, set up an automatic extra payment to the highest interest debt. Do this once this month and let the automation do the work. Which step are you tackling first? Drop a 1, 2, or 3 below. If you want a breakdown of your numbers, get the worksheet I mentioned earlier. It'll map it out for you. Step 3. Net pay optimization. Uncovering hidden free money 15 minutes. Here's a wild truth. Most people miss out on literally thousands in employer contributions and tax refunds every year. You might be chasing an extra $10 from an investment, but skipping the $100 lying on the table right in front of you. The match check 5 minutes. Are you contributing enough to your 401k or similar employer retirement plan to get the full match? If your employer matches 4% and you put in less, you're leaving money behind. Vanguard's 2024 report shows 34% of Americans fail to claim their full employer matching benefit. Thousands missed every year. Check your benefits portal and bump your contribution to grab the full match. Remember, any investment talk comes with crucial caveats. This video is meant for education. It's not individualized financial advice. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Please speak to a licensed professional before making decisions. What if you don't have access to a 401k or employer plan? Don't worry, you're not blocked. Consider setting up an IRA or Roth IRA if you qualify, or focus on a high-yield savings account for your first $1,000 to $2,500 if your income is still ramping up. The key is to set aside the amount first, ideally with automation. Then optimize accounts as your situation improves. The tax check, 10 minutes. Do you typically get a big tax refund? If so, you're loaning your money to Uncle Sam interest-free. IRS data from 2023 showed average refunds of $2,753. That's money you could have used all year to build wealth. Review and update your W-4 withholdings to reduce your refund and put more cash in your monthly paycheck. The extra money, direct it automatically into your investment or savings account, so you start compounding wealth right away, not waiting for refund season. If you're not eligible to adjust withholdings, maybe you have self-employment income or gig work. Then your focus is minimizing surprises at tax season and regularly setting aside money in a dedicated account. This fallback sets you up for success without burning mental bandwidth. Power tip: screenshot this two-step optimization and share it with a friend who's always complaining about taxes or missed matches. Step 4. The automation lock, 10 minutes. Discipline isn't about endless willpower. It's about designing systems. You only need to feel motivated once when you set up the automation. First, schedule financial audit, 60 minutes. As a recurring meeting on the first of every month. Treat it like the most important Zoom call of your career. Second, automate your optimized net pay so your salary splits directly into fixed costs. Increase debt payment from step 2, accelerated investment from step 3. McKinsey's 2022 Automation Index found people who automate their savings are 63% more likely to hit annual goals. Set it and forget it, and stop relying on frantic reminders. Now check your financial momentum. Log into your investment app or net worth tracker, not to judge your total, but to see if your investments are generating more growth this month than you've personally deposited. This is the definition of compound interest in action. The moment when your money works harder than you do. Let's put this into perspective with Tasha, a 27-year-old in our community. For years, Tasha struggled to save. But after she started her monthly audit, automated contributions to her Roth IRA, and opened a high-yield savings account, she found her net cash flow grew by $450 per month. Not because her income soared, but because she stopped missing free employer money and caught her refund faster. The best part? She was finally able to book a real vacation, entirely with her automated gains, not her paycheck. Now for the part everyone asks. How does this become a $50,000 opportunity? Let's run the math on the conservative side. If you redirect $350 per month from eliminated debt and new employer match into a diversified investment account earning 7% average annual returns, compounding monthly for 10 years, you could see your balance grow to approximately $60,154. Here's the formula. Future value equals payment times, open bracket, left parenthesis, 1 plus rate divided by 12, right parenthesis, raised to the n minus 1, close bracket, divided by rate divided by 12. If you're investing, remember, this is educational only, not financial advice. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Consult a licensed financial advisor for your unique situation. For transparency, actual results will vary based on your unique discipline and the market. But even if you fall short of the full projection, aligning your actions with these high-impact moves consistently puts you miles ahead of where you'd be penny-pinching endlessly. Share in the comments which of the 4 actions you'll commit to this month. And if you want the exact worksheet to run your numbers, find the free download link below. Bonus round for our international viewers or anyone with limited access. Can't use a 401k? Focus on local retirement programs or use the debt avalanche and savings automation strategies. These still provide big wins regardless of account type. Compound growth isn't exclusive to any single market or tool. All that matters is consistent, high-leverage action. Now, it's your turn. Take that first hour, run the playbook, and check your results after 30 days. Want accountability? Request a subscriber audit by leaving your experience below. And as always, make sure you're subscribed to Jim Invests for more step-by-step financial frameworks. Let's wrap it up with the essential playbook. First, stop micro-budgeting every receipt. Scan your real income, fixed and variable costs, and isolate the true big leaks. Second, kill high-interest debt with the avalanche method and automate those monthly extra payments. Third, capture every dollar of free money, full employer match, better withheld pay, or alternate high-yield accounts, so your net worth snowballs faster. Fourth, lock in the system. Make your monthly 60-minute financial audit and all your saving investment flows automatic. Here's what to do next. Today, download the free worksheet below, clear your next hour, and run your first audit. We made this as easy as possible. This month, set calendar reminders, set up automation, and share your progress. In 6 to 12 months, log into your tracker and see if your investment gains finally beat your contributions. That's the milestone that changes everything. If you follow these steps consistently, you could see real progress in as little as 30 days. Less stress, more control, and finally, your money working for you, not the other way around. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because in my next video, I'll break down specific index fund options, walk through historical risk-return numbers, and show you how pros decide between ETFs and mutual funds. Comment below with your #1 financial question. I answer top comments every single month, and sometimes even feature subscriber audits and feedback. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute individualized investment or tax advice. Results depend on individual circumstances. Consult a financial professional before making any major money moves. Past performance does not guarantee future results.